Hey, who's the Green Ranger? What's his name again?
Tommy.
No.
Oh my, yeah.
In our
Oh,
Oh, right.
I don't know because I kept forgetting that guy's name last week. I'm not a good note taker, man. Don't ask me.
Caliban.
Caliban.
Yeah, there you go.
Caliban is your
Caliban. As in the Tempest. Caliban.
He's the guy that's with us.
Hmm.
But what's the other Green Rangers or the Green Ranger that we just picked up?
Is it
Am I right? Is it a Green Ranger?
Ranger? You mean Ranger 1?
Ranger 1.
Green Ranger 1, yeah.
Green Ranger 1. Yeah. He never gave us his name. He was just did it. He was just like, I'm Green Ranger 1. I'm Ranger 1.
And then you just hear Mighty Morphin Power
Yeah.
Rangers.
Just wait until you meet the Red Ranger one.
Oh.
Oh boy.
The Pink Ranger one is actually the crowd favorite.
Talking about Power Rangers, right? Which gender was the Yellow Power Ranger?
Yellow was the female one. I remember that.
Female, in the original series, yes.
Well, it's taken from Super Sentai. And in Super Sentai, Yellow's male. No scar, there's an obvious bulb.
Yep.
So, according to...
The Yellow Ranger has more balls than the rest of them.
Yeah. Either that, or there's a lot more getting morphed for her than anyone else.
Oh shit! I didn't even shave today. Fuck.
Yeah, how do you think I feel?
We all feel quite nice with our hairdo. We're role players, so we don't have to look our best. We are real people in real life, and we don't want to shower every day. Well, actually, we do, but we can't afford it. So.
In space, you gotta conserve that water.
Yeah, I know. It's all recycling stuff, and you are well below above your maximum. Your ship has taken damage, and the weather reclamation system is not the top priority for showering purposes. Besides, who wants to shower in the reclaimed water that is unreclaimed, like just cooking water that's left over?
It's scrubbed, man. It's all good. Tastes a little salty, but it's fine.
Yeah, just like your tears. Right, I actually can't, for some reason, find the missiles either. That's nice.
It might be in the High Guard book.
This.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know what book. I thought you were looking at the other one.
Yeah, it's supposed to be somewhere here, but.
Missiles right here. Nuclear missiles are 450,000 credits.
Yeah.
Per
in this universe, the nuclear missiles are much more powerful than what this is saying.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying what the book. I'm just saying the standard the book is given. If you are put in the same range as like antimatter or advance,
yeah, then
antimatter is 1 million credits. Advanced is 350,000 credits. So those are your ranges, boys.
Boost the ratio volume a bit. Yeah.
We do need money.
I am quiet. I need to.
Oh, are we back on?
We are on. We've been on.
Yeah.
Frog is just been, Frog
I told you we went online. Nobody listens to me, do they?
No. Hey, hello everybody. Apparently, I had no idea.
Thankfully, you weren't like picking your nose
I
or
swear,
like standing up, picking at your belly button there.
Standing up, I don't even have pants on.
Oh, that's for the other stream later on.
Yeah, that's the after
Yeah, that's
hours.
for my. Wait. What's that called? The
fans only. OnlyFans.
No, yeah, that's it. Fans only.
OnlyFans.
My OnlyFans page.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on 3 months of being a subscriber.
Third month on first level. Woohoo! Congrats, Froggy. And also thank you, Mandabanda27, for joining us.
Right.
as a
Yeah, thank
new
you.
follower. Special mention for Roll4Z for also subscribing for 3 months.
I mean, you're welcome.
Yeah, I should probably subscribe. I don't know why I haven't yet.
I mean, I got Twitch Prime. It's
It's
do
free.
something. It's free.
Looking forward to the subscriber only stream. Ooh.
Mm.
so private show for Froggy, eh? Froggy and Roll4Z.
Yeah. We'll be the only ones there, Frog. The only ones there.
Sort of sad
Oh.
for us.
No.
So, right, it's been 2 weeks since last time. Things have changed a bit. A lot is going on in Portland. And luckily, our favorite Portlandian is quite safe and accounted for.
Yeah, they haven't caught me yet. They keep trying, though.
But luckily, you have a spaceship and a crew of nuns to take care of you.
That's correct. And I just picked up nukes. Yeah. I'm gonna make them pay for all the shit they've done to our city. Get them
Right.
the fuck out of here. Yeah, for real though, shit's fucked up over here right now.
Yeah. If there is any member of the NSA currently watching this, we hope you are actually enjoying the stream, and we hope that you do recognise the concept of sarcasm and humour, unlike Trump.
If you have
This is all for
followed-
entertainment purposes. The views expressed here are not to be some.
The channels.
If you
or
have
owners.
followed the American politics at all, sarcasm is one thing that the authoritarian regime does not understand.
Mm.
This is true. Luckily, we still have the right to say whatever crappy shit we want.
Yeah, you
Well,
have
they-
the right, but the Trump also doesn't have the right to send unarmed,
Not unarmed.
unnamed, untagged, and unannounced federal troops in the people's homes. So,
On a for real deal.
Yeah.
This is the reason why we don't ask the military to act as police, because the military are there to combat the enemies of the state. The police are there to serve and protect the people. When you send in the military to act as police, they start seeing their own citizens that, instead of protecting and serving, they start seeing them as enemy combatants. This is a big problem.
army is to defeat enemies, and police is to keep the peace.
Yeah.
Completely different training. At least over here, I don't know how much training you guys are getting, but I hear it's like 6 months.
What?
Like the police academies in America. is like six.
No.
All right, in Scandinavia, this is the difference in Scandinavia. Scandinavia, being a police officer is basically a college course.
Yeah,
in some
it's
Scandinavian.
4 to 5 years.
Yeah, it depends on the state. Some states is like 6 to 8 weeks. Some are a little bit longer. There's a
6
there's
to
a-
8
there's a-
weeks. 6 to 8 weeks. Jeez, I need to move into America. I get to be a police officer. I was like,
So it depends. I mean, because thing is that it is. I mean, because you'll even see it for like the military.
yeah,
I mean,
even the
not talking
army
about my-
gets more training.
that when numbers are down and retention is bad,
What do you
They-
mean
To
usually
get the
is?
numbers in.
they use a lot of times they'll shorten training.
Oh.
They'll throw money at people because if you are on the fence and someone says, "Well, we'll give you $20,000,"
Here's a bonus for signing up.
which I mean, most people who are in need of the money anyway will be like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So, I mean, I did 10 years. I enjoyed my time military. I met a lot of good people. I met a lot of bad people. I mean, but currently in the current demographic, if they said, "Hey, Sergeant Zimmerman," because that's what I was back then. We need to do this. I would probably catch an Article 15, most likely, or what was it? Or Article 32. I don't know. Whichever article is for dereliction of duty, there will be probably a lot of different things being thrown at me by the JAG office. So,
JAGs are the police or the lawyer
the
police
lawyers,
for the
yeah.
army, right?
I mean, for
Judge
the
Advocate
military.
General,
They're
so
for the military.
prosecutors.
Yeah, JAG is the prosecution front, where the Area Defense Council is more for working for the military member.
In Babylon 5, what is that group the Earth forces starts taking over right around middle season 2, beginning of season 3?
Is it the Night Watch?
Night Watch, yes.
That's it. The Night Watch. Portland is full of Night Watch right now, folks. That's what's happening.
Good reference.
So,
Yeah. So less about that. All right. To those who are not in the know, I am currently on a strike. I don't know how to translate that, but we are at my company. Almost no one is working. Almost no one. It's almost the entire company is just protesting, and we're not showing up at work. And we're just going like, no. It turns out the company has been using the wrong contracts, and the union decided to say, no. Well, at least that's the picture I'm getting. The union is advising us to stand up for our rights, and the discussion apparently has been going behind the scenes for years now. And I got clued in last Wednesday, when we decided to, walk out. 10 o'clock I show up at the work, and 11 o'clock I drop down my things and walk out. Had a lovely lunch with a former coworker, and well, I still haven't gone to the job. So don't know how things are gonna go out, but it has not been kind on the employer's part. As far as I know, there have been threats thrown around, and the workers are claiming that they owe they're owed over 300,000 euros in a company that employs at most 100 people.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of money.
They're not. I don't think they're going to be able to afford that.
Yeah.
They'll go bankrupt. I think. Shit, man.
It's
fucked up.
It's one of the things we are looking at as an option that might happen, and then we're gonna get squashed. Squat. Well, nothing. Either way. And the company's gonna go bust, and we'll have to look for new jobs.
Yeah,
So, that's an option.
that's catch-22.
But essentially, we are demanding that we are getting paid the proper amount, and that we are instituted the proper ICT contracts, which is the information communications technology contracts that we are owed to, as essentially we are working in these telephone operator shops where they sell phones and contracts for phone operation, and the only person inside that store that is not using the information communications technology contract is the guy who is actually doing the information communications technology work, aka transferring data from one phone to another and solving technical issues. We are using the sales clerks contracts, kaupan alan työehtosopimus, if you are Finnish and you know what that means, which is ironic since all the other people in the stall are sales clerks that are not using the sales clerks contracts. So we are like, how is this a thing?
You'd be surprised what companies can do.
Yeah, it's the union is claiming that this is contract shopping and all but illegal, and we are demanding our back pay for the years that the negotiations have been going, and so on. And, well, that's the first 15 minutes of announcements, but John, Zim, you have any announcements you wanted to make on your situation?
I mean, I'm still working. Well, right now I'm on vacation, but I'm still working. So
Yeah.
there's nothing happening here to me in Germany.
That's actually good news. Settling in
Forums.
the new place, nice.
Yep, everything's good. Just housework, mowing. cleaning.
Honeydews.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Oh.
One announcement I do have is that the stream has been moved to probably somewhere in August because some issues the players were having as far as starting, school and work and whatnot. So August, and we also did change the system. We're no longer playing in Genesis because I would have to teach too much. So we're moving it to the Cypher system, which is just inherently easier for everybody to pick up. But it'll still be Knights and Magic and Mechs. Still be happening.
Knights and Magic some
I'm
Max.
slightly disappointed by the
Cypher's
change of
nice.
system, but hopefully it will work for you.
Our Cypher system does work.
Yeah, Cypher system is still a good system. No, it gives people a lot of flavor. It's just there's no narrative dice to kind of dictate it. It's more of a
Yeah.
you know.
That's the thing. I like Cypher because how it runs characters.
Okay.
You can have a party that basically goes, we want 4 mages, but because of how you build your characters, you really then get 4 unique characters.
That's about it. Frog Scanner is asking about forums.
Yeah.
Forums.
Are we
Should we
talking
create a
about
Reddit page at least?
a chat forum for people to talk to instead of Discord?
I have been very bad about Discord these last 2 weeks, and I apologize. I know there's been some really good stuff there.
Well, you do have this thing called Near Revolution going on, so...
I mean, would you like me to make a forum, Frog? I'm confused. What do you want from me? You asked.
Let's make a Reddit page. I don't mind making a Reddit page. I'm pretty good at Reddit.
He's wanting you to reconstruct the Roman Forum from circa.
You asked me. You tell me what you want. I will try my damnedest to.
Tell me what you want. What you really, really want.
Oh no! It was a forum. No, making a forum for people who want to also join us for streaming.
Forms.
Form. Yeah.
But we could have a Reddit page.
Yeah. Which, yeah, I do have. The form is done. I just need to push out the link. So that is done. So I will add that to Discord to the announcements page after the session.
Carlos, since you are good with Reddit, do you mind handling that part?
The what?
The
Do you
Reddit.
mind?
Yeah.
Reddit page
I'll take care of that. Fuck
Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm on it. This week, that'll be happening. Plus, it'll help me recruit because I really want to start,
More
slight
games?
DMing again, doing little one shots like I did last time.
Ooh,
That shit was fun. That
Yeah.
little adventure was fun with you guys.
Oh yeah.
I, by the way, noticed that I was using my Paladin's power wrong. I should have been getting a lot more D8s on my smites.
Yes, you should have. Because paladins are bananas. I had a level 5 paladin, literally one shot a guy who had like twice the HP just between rolling a crit and smiting. It was fucking ridiculous. So
Yeah.
paladins.
Well,
I just go barbarian with a forkful blade of some kind.
well
I just got one last thing to say before we start.
okay.
For Wooster, get up, stand up for your rights. That's it.
Oh,
All right.
I was figuring, do you want me to stand up like right now?
For a second, I was going, wait, hold on. He's done Spice Girls there. So which band is this now?
Bob Marley, man.
Oh, right.
Get up, stand up,
Let me stand up then.
stand up for your rights. Preacher man, don't tell me heaven is under earth. Anyways.
Yeah, when you do it like that, yeah, I can place it. It's just when you.
I don't do Jamaican accent. Actually, I should practice that.
No, but
I am standing up.
just
Not
as you
now.
start to sing
It's all
it,
weird. So,
sometimes there's a difference between singing it and.
I was about to
Saying
turn
it.
off the banter mode, but apparently I never turned it on.
Never
to
put it
begin
on?
with, so
There, hence my confusion. Like, what the heck?
okay. Fair enough. Yeah, it's going to be stand-up comedy day from Worcester. So let's get on with the business. Last episode, not last week, our brave adventurers defeated the dreaded unknown alien ship. Most likely a shadow vessel of no, not shadow vessel, a shadow ally of some sort.
Yeah, because we specifically asked, and that's why I'm such a fucking asshole that I was like, is that friendly? Is it not friendly? Do we attack it? Do we not attack it? I was so fucking scared to attack it, goddammit.
So you attacked it, you bombed the smithereens with the Centauri minefield and your own batteries, and you waited off with a haul of explosives at your disposal, including a great big arsenal of booms.
Big old nukes, man. They're the biggest
I
boom
believe you
in the
have
galaxy.
12 nukes in your inventory at the moment, out of which 3 have been promised to you upon delivery. And the rest are proper regular missiles by the buttload. Somebody have the inventory at hand. How many you have?
No, I don't think we even wrote it down, because we're bad at that.
Yeah, you sure? Well, apparently you're getting none of them. Unless somebody in the audience is going to lend you a hand and tell
It
you
was
how
a
many you have.
it was a TBD, and I usually rewatch the episodes to take notes, and I know I had 2 weeks to do that. It's just, this has been a very busy 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It has been unusually maybe I wrote this down.
Well, either way, you are on board your ship and heading towards Minbar at the straightest possible course. Your ship deep in hyperspace, going smoothly. Somebody roll me a 2d4, 2d6, please. Oh, that the window is apparently too small. How did I not spot that?
I rolled double ones last time, so I'm not rolling again.
Ever again?
Was that me? Yeah, that was me. Had to check that was me. Yep.
Hey, I actually wrote down. I got notes.
Woohoo!
I wrote it down. How many missiles we have?
Good night.
We have notes, but for some reason that window is not showing the right position. What is this? What's going on?
So how many missiles do we got there, Malone?
We got 100 missiles.
There we go. 100 missiles.
Yeah, because
So
we just
50 of
got
them are
half.
yours. Is that 100 tons of missiles?
It's 100 tons of missiles.
Ooh.
Yeah, the tons. I have no clue how many.
That's
'Cause we did say
12
we.
missiles a ton.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's also what I have here. 100 tons of missiles, 12 missiles per ton.
Calculate. So
Hold on.
I will do the math. 100 times 12. So 600. So 600 missiles. I don't know why I did that, but yeah. So 600 missiles are ours. 600 are theirs. 600 missiles and 3 nukes.
Right, that's a 9. So, as you are traveling in hyperspace, Captain gets a message from the bridge. Captain, there's something odd on the sensors. Do you mind coming up?
What sort of odd are we talking about?
There's a spot in hyperspace that seems to be following us.
Just give me a moment. Yeah, well, Landis is just going to run out of his quarters. He's only going to be covered on the bottom half there. And he's just running barefoot.
As you enter the bridge, there is Vanua, the pilot on duty, and Mr. Molari behind the sensors desk. Ah, Captain, That's highly unusual of you.
Woke me up. So what is it?
Yes, I just noticed between doing my scans of the hyperspace and the sensors are not exactly locating it, but they're also not locating it. Look at this data here. You see this area here that says nothing is there? There's never nothing in hyperspace. And this blob has been following us, according to my data, at least for the past 5 days.
So you mean because there's still at least background radiation and all this sort of stuff, so nothing
Yes.
at all. It's just like a... Is it maintaining a steady distance from us, or has it been gaining on us?
Between 40 and 50,000 kilometers?
When we've been making course changes, how quickly has it been?
We
mapped?
haven't made any significant course changes then, but it is... the trajectory is not direct, and it seems to be ebbing and slowing down in speed.
I think we might just have to keep an eye on it.
We could try to take another course, see if it follows. But we can't change the course until we reach the next beacon, or we might lose it.
That is what my concern is.
Should we inform the other officers?
Bring it to their attention. If we... What is our current heading towards the beacon as of this moment?
At the moment, we are heading towards the Earth Alliance space. Let's see what the map is actually. I forgot to just check this part. This window. And we are heading for the Zeti Gamma system at the moment.
But just confirming, we are heading...
Beta 9.
Beta 9.
What?
But we are
Zeti Gamma was the one where you had a fight.
But we are heading directly towards the beacon.
Yes, we are.
Is there any possible course correction that we can do at the moment that will make us look like we're not heading away from it, but still keep it that beacon within range for us to then adjust?
Only do that is 6.
Oh boy.
If you have astrogation, you may use that.
Okay, let's recheck my... And that should be it, no? 2d6 on what, education?
Yes.
Seven.
I don't... Well, if you want to risk getting lost in hyperspace, yes, but there is no other beacons except behind us. We would have to do a full 180.
What's our current speed? I'm just going to go to Vanir. Current speed of the Manticore.
80% of capacity. We're taking it gently due to recommendations from the engineering crew, since we have not maintained our battle damage yet.
Carrying fucking nukes.
Well, you
There's
do have
also
nukes.
Things that go bump in the night.
heavily damaged ship with a monstrous payload.
Mhm.
Yay.
Just give me a moment. Just gonna go over to the captain's chair and hit the comm button. I'm gonna go. Liana, you there?
Aye, sir. They've been more Scottish than I expected.
Yes, Scotty. How are you?
Yes, Captain.
Sorry, give me a second to compose myself. Yes.
No, laddie, you think behind it.
Right. Good thing we're on the mature setting for the stream. Turbo lift's working.
Excuse me?
The turbo lift's working there.
Yeah, some issues with it. I keep getting down and get.
Okay. This is where the two procrastinators stop procrastinating and get back up to the stream and the game.
Yeah.
Yes. Miana, I know you've advised that we can only go at 80% capacity on thrust. How violent would your objection be if I was to ask for 90?
I would not recommend it. Not on the long term, at least. The drives have suffered damage, and therefore, as we are trying to maintain the ship, it is possible, but there are risks involved. We may suffer thrust penalties in the long term.
There would be no issue with us decreasing our speed for a moment and then going back up to our current thrust, correct?
Correct, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna apologize. There's some sensor readings that might suggest someone's tailing us. So I'm needing to do something to try and corroborate it.
Aye, sir.
And my land is just, just stand up, and I'm going to go over to Vanilla, and I'm going, right. Drop thrust to, let's go at 50%.
Thrust down 50%. Meanwhile, in Balloon's quarters, Balloon is watching the news. Doesn't feel sleepy at the moment. Sort of like the last few hours before sleeping, spending time watching telly, that sort of thing, lifting up weights, regular exercising. When you come across the what was it? Galactic News Network?
GNN.
GNN. Yeah. You come across a news informing of evidence against President Clark on assassinating President Santiago.
That
Gloating
motherfucker.
over the death of the man, and an ominous voice in the background saying, "The power is all yours, President." In striking news, new allegations against President Clark on the issue of the death of President Santiago in the IO transfer station on 2258 have come forward. The year changed dramatically, and President Clark has been holding power so far, but there are multiple protests all around Earth Alliance demanding that President Clark resigns from office and hands over the presidency to his current vice president. Blah 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 blah.
Fuck. I knew it. This is messed up in so many ways. And here I am out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Got nothing. Can't do anything about it. Freaking human race is really fucking shit up lately. Oh. I wonder how Babylon 5 is handling this. I wonder how Sheridan's doing. Man, Baldy. I should get in contact with them. No.
Then you feel the ship's engines slowing a little. The noise changes. It's never been anything that bothers you, but you do notice the sudden change in it. It's like half the power is just gone.
Hey, Captain, this is Malone here. Something's going on. Are we slowing down?
Yes. I think we have a tail.
I'm on my way to the bridge. I'll see you shortly. Wonder
Meanwhile,
what now?
Nevin.
Yes.
And Nevin is currently in the process of training one of his underlings. You may choose which one.
I picked on the steward. I picked on him. I think enough.
The butler.
The butler. I think I picked on the butler a little bit too much. So now I'm training the doctor since we have no patients to administer to currently.
But sir, I am not a combatant. I am a doctor. I am supposed to heal and not to damage.
I have it on the good authority. The last doctor of the ship died a very painful and horrible death. So it's probably best if you know how to protect yourself.
Yes, but I am not a Centauri.
He was human, if I was led to believe correct.
Is this not a Centauri ship?
Yes, but he was still human.
That is weird. Well, then again, I am also here. But I can battle, but I don't think I am in any condition to start wrestling with the enemy.
This is more for defending yourself. Very last option.
Yes, and that is why I have a gun, sir.
And where's your gun now?
In my holster, sir.
Okay. Okay, pull it out. And I would as he's pulling it out, I want to see if he can pull it on me faster than I can chop him in the throat. I'm not trying to kill him, but more get my hand up to it, get up my hand to his neck very quickly before he's able to pull his weapon.
He does not pick up on the fact that he needs to pull it out fast, so he just goes for a holster and showing it to you instead of pulling it at you. So easy enough to chop in the middle. So
what that is supposed to demonstrate is that we have met quite a few people who we would thought were friends who ended up trying to kill us. So it is best to be prepared for any situation.
Sir, by the moment they do think that I am one to attack first, I will die. I am too old and too frail to do actual combat. But I can use a gun as long as I know the enemy is coming.
All right, suit yourself. I mean,
I am not getting paid combat extra.
I'm pretty sure that was part of the interview.
Unfortunately, I was the only one available with the proper training for you. If you had any alternatives, I don't think you would have picked an old man like me that has an indescribable accent.
Yeah, we did pick you for medical experience. This is true. But we're
I'm
going to
supposed to make sure that your Narns, your humans, your Parkiri, your Drazi, your Pakmara are all safe and sound.
All right.
Or at least able to breathe and work,
Okay.
as they do in Russia.
We've just run a mini interstellar assembly in here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
I will like pat him on the shoulder and it says, when your inevitable death comes to you, I believe I will miss you the most.
Thank you, sir. I will take that as a kindness. Would you like some vodka? No, you don't. You're Minbar. You should not take vodka. But would you like some water while I drink vodka? Or perhaps a Coca-Cola?
Water would be suffice to quench my thirst.
Of course. But this is a drink for pleasure, not for quenching thirst.
You see Nevin just looked at him very quizzically, like almost like he just doesn't understand what
Then
he's
you
trying
feel
to.
the ship slowing down a bit. You're near the engine rooms in the compartments where the noise in the training rooms noise shouldn't be a problem there. So the clear change in the engine voice is
Yeah.
very evident.
The hum.
Yeah, that is highly irregular, being that we are supposed to be heading to Minbar as quickly as possible. See, things do happen randomly on this ship.
Yes, perhaps there is an engine malfunction?
More likely, something very unpleasant is about to happen.
Shall I load my gun, sir?
I would say better safe than sorry.
Safety?
All right. I will be heading to the bridge now.
Just kidding. Never turn your safety off when you're not shooting anyone. I have some trigger to shooting after all, even though I am a Russian.
I will miss him when he's dead. And then I just walk off. I said it in my head, but I just walked off.
You guys have music? So where does Nevin walk off to?
I walk to the bridge because the fact that we are slowing down in hyperspace is disconcerting.
So as luck would have it, both Malone and Nevin walk in from different doors on the other ends of the bridge at the same time.
That door and the one over here.
Yeah,
I'll scream.
exactly, that one.
Captain, what's going on?
I would also like to know the reason for our deceleration.
Well, Mr. Malari, I think you have an audience. Why don't you tell them what you've told me?
Yes, sir. Appears that we have, as the captain so elegantly put it, a tail following us. Or more exactly, we have nothing following us.
That is highly improbable.
Exactly. There is no such thing as nothing in hyperspace. But it's following us, nonetheless.
Maybe
you
that
show
black
us?
spot right there is something that's been following us this whole time.
I'll put it on the main screen. As you can see from this chart, anyone with astrogation or science
Hey!
can do a roll.
I have science.
If you have science, hyperspace, or science, space physics, or something like that,
No, I
you
just
can
have
use
science.
that. But education, science.
I have science at 0, but I have science.
I think I know
do a
where
roll
you've
to
got the
understand
inspiration for
what they
this.
see.
Oh man, and I rolled horribly. Bum, bum, bum.
Apparently, the statistics on the screen are confusing enough to consuming enough as on their own, but the mixed use of Minbari and Centauri terminology is not helping.
This is an atrocity.
Over here, we see a blob of nothing. This is real-time sensor data coming in. And as we are slowing down, it is also slowing down.
Be some sort of ship in stealth or cloak mode? Is that even possible?
Well, it is not impossible. Improbable, but not impossible.
I mean, in my opinion, it's probably more likely that it's less stealth and more just distorting the area around it, which was why we see nothing.
This is a very good argument. Yes, that is exactly my thoughts as well. Problem is, what it is, we do not know. At the moment, it has stopped. Well, not stopped, but stopped gaining on us and is following us at a slow speed, matching ours.
We're not able to kind of like see the
Silhouette?
silhouette. The silhouette. There's like the silhouette of the emptiness. How large is the emptiness? The silhouette of the emptiness.
Are you wondering if it's crab shaped by any chance?
You know,
Spider shape, to be precise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to know if it's is it the same size as us? Is it bigger than us? Is it smaller than us? You know what I mean? That is important for you know.
Let me do some calculations. Distances in hyperspace can be a bit misleading. Somebody roll me 2d6 plus sensors.
I'm just going to.
No, yeah, Carlos, you do it. You haven't rolled anything yet.
I have not rolled it. 2d6.
That's
Atlantis.
plus 5, I believe.
Yeah, so Atlantis is just going to come back down to.
There we go. 13. Lucky 13.
It seems
In the meantime,
Navon, this is Malone. Entry crew on the ready. Put an alert, yellow alert at the moment.
engaging yellow lights up. Well, as you say that, meanwhile, the sensor data is kicking in and you are getting a size approximation of a third of your size, the distortion, which means whatever is inside is probably even smaller than that.
It's a smaller vessel,
Yes,
at least, but does not mean it's less power. It is less powerful than us.
exactly. It could be, considering that they have access to stealth technology that we can't even get a silhouette of. Minbar ships we can get a silhouette of, even with their stealth technology. This thing, it's distorting hyperspace, so it's leaks and bounds above us, or it just has something. So whatever it is,
We have, the way I see it, we have two options. We can either continue on course and hope that we reach our destination with no issues, and hopefully with the presence of other Minbari vessels in the vicinity, it would keep our pursuer from making any damaging actions towards us, or we stop to see exactly what is chasing us. But we are highly damaged, so the latter issue is probably the more dangerous option.
You know, I'm scared of fighting, but I like where you're going with this. We're on a way to Minbar and there's strength in numbers there. But I don't like being followed by a strange ship. Captain, what do you want to do?
Mr. Freneur,
yes sir.
bring us back up to 80% thrust.
Still issues go, sir.
Hold on. I need to see who actually would roll for this this thing.
Dun, dun,
Continue.
dun.
There's
I
a
hear-
very important question in the chat. For John.
Did Landers put some clothes on? No, he did not.
No, he's still standing there.
Bloody no. I'm Turking it, of course not.
Nevin is just assuming that he is shirtless for some probably very silly reason and is choosing not to even make it
Sorry,
seem like it's a
man.
thing.
Who knows why?
I'm just hoping.
Gun stations are coming operational one by one at the moment as the crews get into position and are engaging the weapons. Yeah, more like the weapon systems are priming up, the capacitors are running.
Yeah.
But yeah. Meanwhile,
Just want them on yellow alert. I just want them on standby,
Yeah.
just in case shit happens.
Yeah, it's,
Uh,
meanwhile, the butler comes in with a robe for the captain. So,
Thank you.
okay.
Out of character, what is the butler's name again? I've forgotten it.
Gunther Strice.
Gunther Stress.
Gunther's nice.
And as he was saying to me last time, it's if I'm wanting to show him respect, I refer to him as Mr. Strice.
Yeah, welcome, sir. Would you like any refreshments?
No, Mr. Strice. I think I'll be fine, but thank you for the robe.
Welcome,
I'm now Wrath of Khan in it. I'm not. It's Landis. It's got it. It's not tightened it. It's just opened it down the middle.
Unbuttoned robe, showing the middle of the chest but no nipple. Got it.
Which is because I mean I'm assuming this might be fair. It might be Miana, but is there a way to kind of like kind of just shoots a EM pulse in that general direction towards that empty spot to see if it reacts in some way? 'Cause if it's a ship, it should have some type of electronic components on it, theoretically. So even if it's like a slight flicker, we would have more information.
Well,
If it doesn't work, we have information. If it does work, we have information. So
well, you don't at the moment have any device that is capable of generating an ion field of that type.
Right, okay.
But you perhaps could use engineering crew to modify one of the particle puppets to shoot an ion pulse, I think. Oh, one of the pulse guns. No, it has to be the particle thingy to get that range.
Doesn't a nuclear?
Nuclear explosion also makes an EMP wave.
Yes.
Let's just nuke this little ship that's following us. Fantastic idea.
I don't want to destroy it
What
because it
could go wrong?
could be a friendly one, and I just don't. This is the time where I don't see it. I don't have a visual on it, so I cannot make that assessment. Last
Boy,
time,
that escalated real quick.
exactly. Last time I had I just want to do something that would not damage the
These.
ship.
I want to use them.
I want to do something that won't damage the ship, but at the same time, it can.
How about we just concentrate the scans on it?
Actually, here's an idea. I don't want to waste a nuke though. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Is there any way we could retrofit one of the missiles to emit the same pulse, but have it kind of explode before impact, so that way the ship kind of like a ion field that it has to pass through. So hopefully it may, disturb.
You would need to build some sort of an ion field generator on it. At the moment, that would require salvaging some of the ship for it. You don't have spare parts laying around for building purposes. Nobody bought any.
I'm the idea man, okay? I'm this idea man.
Yeah, but it's possible. I'm giving you that.
Nevin tries to come up with good ideas.
Yes, but you would
That's
have
a good
to
plan,
give,
Evan, but we just don't have the
critical
parts.
damage on one of your systems.
How about we actually ask the Rangers?
Good call.
What would we ask them?
Just put it straight to them. Just say, is there anything, if they see these entries, is there anything that they can advise us? Or are they still in the blank.
That would probably be the next best alternative since we have nothing viable.
I'm just thinking, it's like, okay, I suggested using one of the nuclear weapons, but I think anything that we do with missiles or anything like that could be an escalation.
I like where you're going with this. Caliban, this is Malone. I'm on the bridge. Something's up over here. I need you and I need Green Ranger 1 up at the bridge ASAP. Meet me up here. Over.
Ooh. Well, it takes them some time, but both arrive eventually. Have you summoned us, sir? And the Green Ranger 1 looks miffed and tired, and like he has just been poked out of bed and is setting up his hair.
Apologies for disturbing both of your rest, but have you ever seen anything like this? And I'll point at the lack of nothing, the nothingness, where there should be something.
Apparently something's following us and it's, I don't know, invisible, stealth.
No.
Things maybe have something to do with you guys, but we don't know.
Caliban looks at it and, no, it's not unusual, but the shadows have been known to hide themselves. Green Ranger 1 shakes his head. No, this is not this. This is not it. I don't think so. But
They just seem
how
to be
deep are we in hyperspace? The Mr. Malari says quite deep actually. You are taking a very heavy shortcut, relying on your Minbar sensors to skirt around the obvious jump points. There have been rumors of life forms in hyperspace, deep in hyperspace, that are unlike anything else our civilizations have encountered.
Space dragons.
I am not familiar with the term dragon, but
Yeah,
I'm assuming
everybody's
it's something-
confused. Everybody who's not human is confused right now. Like space dragon.
Huh?
was
So only Malone
Malone,
of the
I
bridges
was
understand
winding you up about that all those years ago.
Okay.
It's something that we tell our children. And the word that we use doesn't translate. It's just, when I heard about dragons, the image it conjures up is something similar to Zatauri myth.
But if this is a living creature, what reason would it have in following us?
If it is a living creature, I cannot tell. If it is not a living creature, then I assume it is following us to find out where we are going and who we are.
So if it lives in hyperspace, it's most likely would not exit hyperspace without a very pertinent reason, which is usually it sees us as a threat or it's hungry for some reason.
If it would be hungry, I think it would have tried to eat us by this point.
I mean, it might
It's
be
following
stalking
us
us.
for some reason. I'm not sure why. It
Curious.
could also be something that is, well, that's insane. Never mind that.
Mr. Malari,
Yes, Captain?
question. This ship's normal Centauri sensors, where is the range of them in hyperspace?
The what? I couldn't hear you.
As we're using Minbari sensors
Yes, sir?
to augment our ability to move around in hyperspace, what if the person that's following us just believes that we have Centauri
Well,
sensors?
That would be highly accurate assumption, yes. Most people wouldn't believe this entire ship to have Minbar technology on it.
So, if we had no Minbari tech, or if the Minbari tech was to be turned off, would the Centauri sensor still spot as nothing? Or would that be in our blind spots?
If we were using Centauri technology, I don't believe we would be picking it up at all.
So that's what it is then. It has known. It's a tail.
Could be, sir.
It's the only thing that makes sense military. They're following us, hoping, based on what information they have on our ship type, that if they know what the normal capabilities of the ship should be, we wouldn't know that they're there.
Mm-hmm.
You mean you think it might be a scout?
They're using us to follow them in. No, they're using us to lead them to where they need to go.
But we can't hear
Can I hear
Nevin.
you, Nevin?
I say that would make sense. Our one ship did destroy a vessel that was quite larger than it, plus a number of their fighter craft. So they may be trying to see, where our home base is in order to where to strike nests.
Well, we're heading to Nimbari, and I don't think
But
they're
we are-
gonna be smart enough to attack Nimbari.
Yeah,
Plus,
we,
it's a known
yes,
location.
we are also going through Earth's space, so they may think we are somehow related to Earth aliens as well. As a Centauri vessel would have no compulsion going through the old non-space.
Just a lot of questions than answers, more questions than answers.
Indeed.
Well, I think our only two options are either attack it or go about our way and see what happens.
Well, there's also the option of trying to communicate with it.
Have we tried that at all?
No.
But it would also tip it off that we know that it is behind us. It might react to it violently.
If it is hostile, I don't want to tip it off.
Good plan.
Is there any other allied ship that could be nearby?
The closest allied ship that we know of, none. We could make haste towards the Earth Alliance system, and they should have probably a patrol cruisers up in their Beta 9.
Worcester, do you mind bringing up the map?
Of course.
Okay.
You are over there.
Alright.
Okay, I probably should share this with people.
Probably a good idea.
Oh,
We have special
where's
green
the button?
screens for that.
Woohoo! There we are. Just a bit.
Ooh,
You can see
Look how
over
fancy
here.
we are.
You are fancy butts.
This is where all that
Twitch
Twitch
money is
money
going.
Oh yes.
This is totally not something we had from day one. No, no, no. This is all bought by your Twitch money.
This is all brand new HD version.
Yeah, that rocket icon that costs so much.
I actually didn't pay for it, so. So, yeah.
My only option is that whatever this is, if we stop even in a populated, near any type of populated area, that we are bringing whatever is following us with us.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see a bunch of planets that are currently not equipped to stop you, what would you do? Especially if you have less than friendly intentions. My character is worried. Me, I'm like, blow the fuck up. But you know, I can't do that. So hey.
This is us right here, right next to Beta 9?
Yeah.
All right.
In hyperspace, yes.
Yeah, all right.
Oops.
Well, Captain, this is why you make the big bucks.
Question: do we? I do not want to enter Narn space because if we have to drop out, Centauri warship might want to question us.
Well, we got our crew ready. Guns are hot, and we have to fight. My guys are up for the task. You just say the word.
I mean, Centauri's chasing us when we have a ship that has more Narns than Centauri's currently might present some issue.
Yeah.
Well, our destination is here.
In my opinion, because Beta 9 is like Beta 9 is in Earth Alliance space.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it possible for us to drop out of hyperspace in Beta 9, like further out from any occupied planet?
Yes.
Then I feel like that would probably be our best option. It would give us time to evaluate what is chasing us, if anything, and the least, it'll be the point we have probably the least issues, being that we are in Earth Alliance territories. Unless you both have upset the Earth Alliance in your past for any reason.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I mean, and Nevin just kind of looks up and says, poor doctor.
Well, we have a plan then.
To be honest, the two nation, the three nations that we really haven't possibly screwed over or upset is the foreign ones. No one wants to upset a foreign one.
We did kill one though. Kinda, not really, but
I mean, are you saying this out loud? Because I don't think you've ever told this to Nevin. Nevin has no clue you killed the warlock.
Ixnay! It's again, despite the amnesty of my people with theirs, I generally don't go out my way to target Narns. And again, Minbar, I'll leave alone.
So, I mean, the safest options currently are Earth Alliance territory or Minbar. And Minbar is too far away currently.
Yeah. But I just think what is the ongoing situation on Earth?
Well, I just got some bad news. There's some, apparently the new president, current president, It's all over the news. He killed the old guy. So,
Ah,
shit's going through some kind of revolution at the moment. I mean, you can only trust the news so far, but I haven't been able to get in contact with anybody for any real situation. The news is usually a bunch of propaganda, and it's very rare that anything real passes through. So, as far as Earth news goes, it's in a state of flux at the moment.
So currently, your planet is in the midst of what most likely can charitably called pre-Civil War.
Yeah, let's just say tensions are running hot.
or
But that's no different than any other time. Us humans are kind of hotheads, you know? Very emotional people, capable of amazing things, but some horrible things as well.
I will not debate you on that. You are 100% correct.
or as the Centaurs used to call that, every Tuesday in the good old days.
So,
All right.
stopping on the outskirts of the Beta 9 quadrant, man.
What do we have on the Beta 9?
I
mean-
colony.
Okay, out of character. We did go there like
Man,
way. Didn't we?
It's been ages since.
Or
we've
was
been
that
to Vietnam.
beta? Or was that beta 2? We went to a lot of betas.
Beta 2.
Beta 2 is the Centauri colony.
Oh, no, we went to. Didn't we go to the beta 9 during? Because
No, all the betas are Centauri designations.
I feel like we went to beta 9 when Femi met his soul brother.
So, brother.
Fuck this, the crazy psychic man that who's also in Star Trek.
Oh, and he's actually in this episode. Oddly enough,
Mr. Bester.
Yeah.
Bester, yes.
Bester.
George Takei. No, not George Takei. That's the wrong one. Not Anthony.
Psycorp's Bester.
Yeah.
No.
Top dude.
I thought we were in beta 9 when that happened.
No, that
Or like
that was
something
Proxima.
around there. Proxima. Yeah. Because we stopped at beta 9 because it was some shit happened in beta 9, and then we went to Proxima.
Oh, I know. Oh, when we were talking, when we got engaged for services.
I remember that mining college.
That's very first early season 1.
Yeah.
Our chat is reminding us or saying that it was beta 2.
Yeah.
Well, it was beta 2 for Infinite Centauri Space.
Beta 2 is in Centauri Space, yes?
Space. Yeah.
I
don't
think
know.
potentially no. I think we're just maybe getting it confused because I think it might have been Vega and Proxima for that episode.
That might have
I'm thinking
been.
of.
So
I
many
think that's Vega.
places.
It's literally a year ago.
So many places. Too
It's a
many
year and a
places.
half ago.
You know, I've been 3 different people. Give me some.
As far as your charts tell, the Beta 9 is a minor colony. But it's one of those places with growth potential.
Okay, yeah. So I would. I mean,
It's a habitable world with some exploitation going on, but it is nowhere near, as they call it, a major colony at this point.
yeah. So
it's-
I would. Yeah. Then I would definitely say there because it would be the place we would cause the most wave if crazy shadow ship comes out of nowhere.
So this is your game plan. Head there as fast as you can. Jump out and see if it follows you.
Yeah. Red capping.
Yes.
I can we prep one of those nukes on standby though, just in case some big
Do you
shit
want to
happens.
install one of them on a missile? Oh, you don't have a missile launcher, do you?
God damn it!
You could just dump it out of an airlock in a mine.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking of, actually.
I'll just attach it to shadow light and operate it from. No.
Yeah, he's just gonna
Followed by a fighter.
hang out the
Let's go
window
nuke
and
it.
just try and strike it to ignite the engine.
So, are you going to keep up the 80% or are you going to speed up?
No point in speeding up if it's just gonna damage us and causes more issues.
Basically, go as fast as we can without further damaging the ship.
Yeah.
Of course.
The only point in doing it is if we did, need every single ounce of power, because it's either that or we do blow up.
So, it's 2 days until that 9. And as you travel across the emptiness of space, and you keep tabs on the nothingness that is following you. It's continuing its somewhat uneven pattern of following you. A bit further, a bit nearer, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, but it is clearly following you at approximately at the same average speed as you are going. Not as even, but still.
Last 2 days, these 2 days passed with constant tension in the air.
Eventually, the yellow alert is going on the entire time. Always one Narn at battle station, the other one resting to take his place. Once rest is done, tensions are running high as nothing is happening for 2 days. Even Narns are getting restless to this.
I just had this image of you doing the narration, but in Detective Noir style. You cut the tension with a knife.
In the background of the picture, you can see the images of all the guys just like they're sweating profusely. It's staring over the screen.
And then the dame came through the door.
I knew she was trouble the second she walked through. But something about her just made my... I don't know.
The legs.
I don't know if it was those nylons or those heels.
But her legs went on forever. The cut of her dress deeper than the plunge of the Great Depression.
Actually, it's when you do this, you actually realize how kind of misogynistic
Oh yeah,
it can be. Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's also because
Of all the cabins on this ship, she had to walk into mine. That's it. Frank Scanner.
that's a good one.
Oh, hello.
Well,
Hello, Blinky.
because those ones are trope in the femme fatales. Both there's got to be a femme fatale, and there has to be a damsel in distress.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Don't get me wrong.
They
there's
can
a
be the same person, but
They
you have
usually
to have
are.
both of them.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong in the appreciation of the female form. But the issue, what can make it misogynistic is you then only assign value to that person because of their form or their beauty and nothing else.
But that also gives more character to the protagonist. That's we're getting an insight into the protagonist and what drives his wants and needs.
Yeah.
And if his wants and needs are the woman, then that creates his character arc. But anyways, it's a whole writing stuff. Moving on.
Yeah.
2
I'm
days
defending
later-
misogyny, guys. Sorry about that.
2 days later, you arrive at the Cauldrons of Pizza 9. You have the jump point in a jump point location nearby where the jump gate is, but you also have your own jump engines. You have decided to jump at the outer skirts of the system. You move the position, and as you are engaging the jump drives, the blob on your screen begins to move rapidly towards you.
In hyperspace?
Yes.
Is it trying to kill us all? We're not psychic. We won't get stronger here. Okay.
Options
I mean,
1, abort. Option 2, move forward. Option 3, shoot at it. Option 4, shoot a message at it. Option 5, whatever you come up with.
Can we try
keep
this?
Can we keep the jump point open, but actually then do it so that if it's trying to charge us, we then go boom, and they just go for the jump point?
We're a very big ship. I'm sure it's way more nimble than we are.
Yeah, but it's also got conservation of momentum to deal with.
You would think so.
Okay, here's a question. Since, I mean, theoretically we do have a position on it, can we attempt to send a communication in that direction to see if it picks up? Even if we get static or we get, gargles, at least we know, okay, maybe we should blow this thing up.
Yeah, you could. Send a communication at it, doesn't mean it will reply. But it's approaching you. It should reach you in 10 minutes, as your jump drives are ready in 15.
How long is it going to take for the
11
jump
minutes
point to open up?
So it's
Well,
jump point will open up in 11 minutes and it will reach you in 10.
I mean, if it's fast approaching, is it within a range where we can get a visual from it? Or at least a visual of nothing.
Well,
I mean,
you could try your optical sensors at some point, but at the moment it's too far.
I would say, I mean,
You
my
would
opinion, I
eventually
say,
have to come in close enough.
yeah, it has to come in close. So I said we would wait until we can get like a visual of it, and we would basically prep all our weapons to fire in case it's something that we need to shoot at. But at least if it's in visual range, we can try to see if we can confirm exactly what kind of ship it is.
Let me know when they become within firing distance. Then Nevon, get your crew ready. I want everybody, all the weapons manned.
Nice.
We're going to orange alert.
All the weapons mapped.
Mr. Marlari, what is
Wait till my signal before we fire.
the effective range of our Centauri sensors in hyperspace?
We don't have any.
I know we don't have any, but what was the best range out of Centauri sensors without giving you from your experience?
Depends on the type, really, but the hyperspace scanning technology that could detect this thing doesn't exist. Doesn't matter which sensors you're using, the range would be 0 for this thing. Why did it change that? Never mind. But yes. But Centauri scanning technology should be able to pick up very massive objects as 100,000 clicks, and smaller objects 50,000 clicks.
So we were confident enough that they.
It is currently approaching as 25,000 clicks, sir. 22,000.
Abort the jump engines.
Aborting the jump, sir. The anomaly has stopped.
What the fuck? don't like this one bit.
We cannot stay in hyperspace for ever. We have to fix this issue.
Mm-hmm. You do have to resupply within 2 weeks.
So
Let's just hail it. See what it wants. Let's finish this once and for all. Let it know we're here. Let it know. I want to know if I could fire upon this thing or not.
My assumption would be is if we head for a jump gate, it's going to speed up.
Can we beat it?
Probably not at our current integrity, ship integrity. I mean, we could, try to. I would say theoretically try to overpower the engines, but it would probably end badly for us afterwards.
Okay. All right, Captain. Just waiting on your orders.
Before he said disable the jump gate, did that thing become in visual range at all?
No, our sensors could not pick it out from the hyperspace as far as I know, but I can have the algorithm search for the search on the optics to see if it spotted anything.
Anything that we can find from this data, anything, no matter how small, could give us some type of answer.
Well, here's the data. Zip. Roll me computers to see if you can find anything from it. There's a lot of optical sensor data.
I've got computers. I can.
It occurs to me that we won't be able to get a weapons lock. It'll be probably harder to hit that blank area.
Target number is 10.
Intellect or education?
Education at this point, as you are relying on the computers doing the searching for you.
The heavy lifting, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, these low rolls. It's 8.
The algorithm only finds some of the black spots of the hyperspace, but if it's something there, you can't find it. Either the optical sensor fidelity is too low, or it's just not there. It doesn't help that you don't know what you're looking for.
So this is just kind of a question to everybody who's currently on the bridge. What tangible information of what do we know about hyperspace? Anything, this is a fucking like give me something, maybe it will spark us to have something that we can do in order to
Psi powers.
Don't think we know.
alter the terrain, alter the area around us to do something for us.
So,
Well, hyperspace is constantly in fluctuation. The gravimetric it's like an ocean with currents in it.
Mm-hmm.
Or more like yes. Well, that's pretty much correct. You are like in an ocean that
almost
has
like dust.
Let's see what you did there. Yes. There are parts that are so deep that once you get into there, you don't know which way is out.
yes. There's also routes that are well traveled and routes that aren't.
So here's a question, and only because this whatever is trying to trap us in the hyperspace corridor here. Is there anything we can do in order to cause a large enough disturbance behind us in hyperspace that will not affect us moving forward, but cause enough disturbance behind us where it will impede or cause this thing to do something it is not expecting to have to do.
Something like mines. Maybe we drop some mines on our way back. Do we even have any?
If you had Minbar engines available, we could try and cause gravimetric distortions with them.
Why are you guys trying to take my things?
I'm sorry that I won a space battle last session.
Okay. So
And that there was some damage.
I mean, my small little shuttle is Minbari in origin, but I would assume the engines are not powerful enough to cause anything of significance, or would it?
We could overload the engines.
That's why we can't have nice things.
It was your idea.
You know,
He's
it's
just
like
trying to yes hand you, buddy.
no, it's either I do something where I die or something I really like gets destroyed. Yeah.
You like everything on this ship, so how can I avoid that?
Okay.
Give him something that he doesn't like. Give him a poor, crappy shuttle.
Okay.
that just
On that note,
wants
why don't
to
we
pull.
just dump our toilets and have it avoid that?
Since this is the halfway, I think we could have a little brain break for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will be back at 15:02, assuming all goes well, and these guys can think about things while you guys get a drink, relax, and like and subscribe. See you guys in 14 minutes.
Might be a battle. Who knows?
Greetings, Earthlings. We have returned to our interstellar broadcasting, and today's episode involves a crew in trouble in hyperspace. And my voice is, for some odd reason, weird.
Why are you talking that way, dude?
Because of my microphone.
Fantastical.
Let's just stop it immediately, of course. Okay, so the crew has formulated a plan to distract the whatever it is while going for the jump gate. What are you planning on using? Do you want to rig a missile with some sort of power generation, or beam some power onto it with your particle villains, or
I'm going to bring the engineers into this.
the engineers?
Yeah.
The engineers.
I'm going to lay out the plan. I'm going with, what have we got? Do we have anything there that's going to give us a shot at doing this? Yes or no?
Why don't we tell for the audience what the actual plan is?
Yes. The plan is, we have reason to suspect that the entity or whatever it is tracking us from our power emissions. So our idea is we're going to power it down as best we can and power something else up that it separates from us. And we go that one way, and hopefully the other item is a lot brighter, a lot noisier, goes another way, and they follow that. And then we slowly move into
So
advantage of it.
we move forward, we shut down our engines, and then either like a missile or Nevin's shuttle continues at full speed, drawing their attention, and hopefully it'll follow it and not us.
The thing is that once we have to open the jump gate. Once we open that jump gate, it's going to speed up. So we can't. So the question is, what do we have on board in conjunction with anything can basically overpower our ship with us powering up to open up the jump gate? You know what I mean? Because it has to be more power. It has to basically eclipse the power that we're outputting at that current point in time and keep going afterwards.
Or will we long enough for it to keep going, and then by the time we get to the jump gate, we'll only need like a minute to cross, but it will need 5 or 10 minutes to get there.
Or we hope it's out of range.
Right. We wait till it's out of range and then get to the jump gate and just like full engines, full steam ahead, fucking go through it.
But either way, it has to, whatever we send out there it has to be emitting more power than we are.
Yeah.
So what do we have on here that can emit more power than we are once we open the jump gate, whether we're moving or stopping or whatever the plan is after that?
The engineers look at the table, look at all the plans, and start mulling it over, brainstorming, as it says. You have quite a varied crew of engineers there. You have no Drazies, but you do have a non.
We have Dujar.
Few humans, Dujar. Some Centauri. The non-Centauri seem to be forming their own cliques and sort of fighting it over. They don't seem too happy to be working with each other, but are biting down on the issue. Now, I want you to hold me a 2d6. A 2d6. I apologize.
Whose turn is it?
I've been rolling good, so I've rolled once really good.
Then go again.
That means that the next roll's gonna be bad.
Right, jinx yourself.
I did just jinx ourselves.
Go ahead. Do it.
All right, hold on. I
Roll
haven't
2
learned the
dice.
funeral march from the panpipes yet. How dare you?
Here we go.
And 9. Good.
Mm. And the engineers
cheers.
eventually come to a conclusion that yes, we do have a quite large stockpile of missiles at our disposal. A single missile will never be able to do anything like that. And as far as they consider, missile has a quite different energy signature as your ship. So what they propose is to slap one engine of yours, like detach one of our engines. You have several engines. It would slow us
I
down.
know.
But take one of the engines, surround it with some missiles, have the missiles guided, and overcharge the engine for one final run. Could use Nevin shuttle also, but that has a quite different signature. Maybe it will work. But this is the plan they recommend. It would use approximately 10 tons of missiles. 120 missiles to make it work.
Can we?
We could weld them. Should we make them live or take off the explosive portion of it?
It should take 1 to 6 days to complete, depending on how.
Can we
well things are
also set it? Can we also then set it such that we can?
Begin what?
No, after we separate from it and we get some distance away, it gets set up to a proximity.
So,
Oh, you mean when it gets close, set it to blow up?
Yeah, so if the thing goes to engage on it,
we
and
don't
gets near.
have any pre-made proximity sensors that would work in such a manner, and even if it did, I don't think any of them would find this, would even know this thing.
Okay, here's my thing though. If
But-
we are planning on firing on this ship, what is stopping us from opening up the jump gate, letting it get in the range, and then just blowing it, just shooting the hell out? If that is the option, if we're going to try to destroy the ship, whatever this is anyway. It makes no sense to do all that. We're just going to shoot at it anyway, instead of evading it.
So you just say, get lined up on our best shot.
Yeah, I mean, we open the jump gate, let it get into range, and we just shoot at it until something happens. Well, shoot at it until it's gone.
My men are ready to blow this sucker out of the sky. At your command.
But if
We'll
we're
take a
not-
lot of damage, though. I mean, we are a damaged ship.
Yeah.
And we don't know what its capabilities are. I mean, it's just this little thing, but I know a few mosquitoes that can bite really badly and get you full of malaria, and then you
But-
fucking die.
But if we're not attempting to destroy it, we're just trying to confuse it, then I mean, whatever this is, we don't know, because we don't know if it's following us particularly, or is just following a large energy signature.
Yeah.
We don't have enough information. So we can either
Just flare.
up another bigger energy
Yeah.
signature, because it's going to have to pick one. Am I going to pick the bigger one, which may be a bigger threat, or am I going to keep following this most obviously smaller energy signature? You know what I mean? Make that decision.
Mhm.
And then we try to escape, or we going to just do it and we're just going to try to destroy it. I feel like those are the most logical options.
Fight or flight? It's gonna be, Captain.
Have you tried outrunning it?
It's been able to keep pace with us at 80%.
If we tried outrunning it, we might damage one of our engines. But if we're gonna flare it up, we're gonna lose an engine anyways, right?
So, I mean, I guess we can open a jump gate, go for broke, and if it gets within range, we try to destroy it and see what happens.
Just out of curiosity, when the jump gate activates, that's going to be an energy signal not from us, but from the jump gate.
Yes.
How much power is that?
That is much greater power than we are able to broadcast. That is designed to be able. To open a jump point for quite large vessels, including much larger than ours. So it can be our size or it can be bigger.
Question though.
What are you thinking?
Here's another thing, which could be far off base. Maybe this thing is waiting for us to open a jump gate, and that's why it's just been trailing behind us. It's waiting for its thing to open so that way it can exit with a open door.
We have to be in line with the jump gate to actually activate it. That's
Exactly. But the thing is that it's waiting for us to do that so that way it can hopefully maybe ride out with us or ride out before of us. Because for all we know, I mean, there have been instances where people have been stuck in hyperspace. If this thing has been stuck in hyperspace for whoever knows how long with no access to any type of jump gate technology itself, just kind of stuck adrift. I follow the biggest thing that might be able to try to get me out.
If that's the case, why doesn't it try to become known or even try to communicate with us? It's out searching for a rescue. Hey, help me.
It can't be. It may not be. I mean, it may not be able to communicate with us.
Or it may have been communicating with us, but we don't understand.
Exactly.
Too many unknowns.
Mm. But I'm just thinking, the jump gate itself is a bigger flare than our ship.
Somebody roll me 2d6.
Is it my turn again? No, it's John's turn again. Go!
2d6 of them. I've got you
just love
under my skin.
So nothing. Carry on.
the many conspiracy theories that our heads come up with for the reason for this. Most likely, there's nothing because that's all we know. Nothing.
It's just been a couple. They went on a honeymoon. They got lost. They took the wrong turning. The radio's broken, and they've been just trying to flag us down.
By showing look, we're a negative space. We're a big old black nothing here. We painted our ship black so that you would notice us.
Yeah.
Black is the universal symbol of help me, isn't it?
Well, it's the universal symbol of hey, can you see me?
Yeah.
Well, Captain, I like this plan.
Just powering up, punching through, and if it comes in range and is dangerous, we kill it.
Yeah, or powering up the thingy, and we go off to the right while
just power. Get near the jump gate, but actually power up the jump gate, but don't actually go through. We veer off and see what happens.
Because it is probably looking for a larger enemy signature, which is maybe You know what?
Okay.
Never mind. Because Nevin has nothing to correlate this with. Maybe Derek would have been like, we just bring dangerous shit everywhere in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Nevin,
What's the furthest range we can power up? Get the gate to activate for
them. From as far as we like, sir. The gate charges per second it's operational, per the size we open it up at. So essentially we just send it a message to open it up for X amount of seconds, and they will charge us per time and energy.
Can we open it up behind us? Between us and the thing that's following us?
Just fly through it when it's not open, and then
No, like seriously, we're moving forward. Open up the jump gate behind it. Put the jump gate between us and this vessel or this entity that's following us.
But what do we put?
That's technically doable, yes.
But what are we putting out into the galaxy if we do this?
That's tomorrow's problem.
I have issues with that train of thought.
the issue here, Nevin, is do you want to get into a fight that we might not, with the lack of information we have, and thus fail
Yes,
the mission?
but how many countless lives may we put at risk if this entity is truly in danger?
And
Well,
how
then
many
just
lives
say
do
the
we...
word and we'll blast it the fuck out of here.
I mean,
I'm ready to turn that
I
thing
do
to
not-
shreds.
I don't have the information. I do not know. But regardless of what we decide today, it could change the landscape of what happens in the future. Are you both, and is everyone on board the ship prepared for that inevitability?
Every action we take has consequences. Our job at the moment is getting these Rangers back to Minbar.
Yeah, stick to the mission.
And to do it as safely as they can. If they're tailing us, then they're going to just follow us. And if they're tailing us for something else, we're risking Minbar maybe, or risking Minbari ships.
If you're trying to play on my feelings to my home,
I'm not. I am just saying
Is
any
it working?
place that we go might be at risk. I am hoping, however, if it's a military asset of some kind, that when they realize they have been fooled and have lost track of us, that they might just slink back into the darkness of space and report failure.
all right. I just hope this is one decision that you make that won't come back to haunt you again, like the others you have made.
We'll cross that bridge when we burn it.
Every decision I make, I always wonder, could I have done a better one? That's the burden of command. But I cannot allow that fear to dictate that I do not take any course of action, because in the long run, our enemies will then dictate my course of action, and that will be to our detriment.
All right. I just want everybody to be aware that if these are enemies, and let's say they kill millions tomorrow, that all those lives are now on our heads also. If you're okay with that, then proceed. You do not need my agreement in this choice to do that.
Get us ready for the decoy. We will activate the gate and see how it reacts.
If it goes towards it, then fine. We'll get rid of it of a problem. If it comes towards us, we blast it out of the sky.
I'll just be going, Mr. Merlari, and I'll be hitting a comb. But as I'm saying that, now, just to make sure I'm on the same page with you with normal routes, with us being in proximity to Beta 9, we should also be seeing the beacons for Proxima, correct?
Yes, sir.
What other systems can you see? What other beacons can you see apart from Proxima?
Ryan, The beacon for Sector 49 and Earth. Weak signal from Theta as well.
Prep my weapons right now.
Okay. What's the shortest journey out of that lot?
Orion.
That's not a well-traveled route, isn't it?
No, that is a hardly used route. It's considered to be a dangerous one. There are hyperspace anomalies that make the travel more difficult. Yeah, also non-Earth buoys in the Shalasian Empire. Shalasha and Actor are in range, but they are further out than Orion. And these are towards the non-space. Oh, Centauri space as it is now. But I do believe Shalasians are putting up a fight against the Centauri.
Yes, and I don't want us to pop out in there.
They might take out our arrival in a hostile intention.
Yes, they will. They didn't like us in the first place, let alone before we're invading them. Yeah, let's just say one or two of the admirals last time I went there kind of topped down a wee bit. Orion, how long would it take us to get there?
Assuming we can hold the course, anything between 1 and 7 days, depending on the anomalies within.
And we have 2 weeks worth of supplies left.
Approximately, yes. The route
I am
to Proxima is between 3 and 4 days.
Yes, I know Proxima might be, with it being a more travelled route, it'd be quicker, but if the enemy is trailing us and they lose us, and their orders is just try and find us, they might assume that we'll go for the easier route for speed. Whereas if we go for Orion, which is longer and more difficult, a dirtier route, a dustier route, compared to the cleaner route there, they might miss us.
This is correct.
And just reconfirming Orion is a major, and that I just turn to Malone as I'm saying it. Orion is a major Earth world, isn't it? It's got supplies.
Yes, it is. It is the second. It's the largest off-Sol, second largest off-Sol colony, right after Proxima.
Absolutely. Could use it to refuel, resupply, restock.
And if we resupply at Orion and get what we need, would we be able to have enough to head towards Minbar in one journey?
Yes.
Or would we have...
If we manage to get enough supplies, yes, obviously.
I think in its entire ship and so it's not going to be the best one.
Just let me do the talking.
Right. So, see if it jumps for the gate, and when it does, and it disappears. We head straight for Orion.
Plotting calls for a ride, sir?
But don't set us off yet.
Of course, sir.
Here, let me get my guys ready.
Yeah.
Navon, Malone here. Be ready. Confrontation's coming.
Full battle stations, eyes.
On my mark, and only on my mark will we fire.
Yes, sir.
Sending coordinates of target now.
He's like, you did this 2 minutes ago. That'll be nice.
But, sir, there's nothing there.
I know. But I want a full salvo of that area anyways, just in case. But wait for my command.
Aye, sir.
Captain,
Training guns.
my crew is ready.
Who's at the navigation station at this point?
Still fear, is it?
Vanilla?
Oh,
No,
fear.
Fear is your main navigator.
Yeah.
Oh, not navigation, sorry.
Pilot.
Yeah, that's Vanilla.
At this point, it's Fraser.
Oh, Facebook, okay.
Yeah. You don't need navigator every second minute, so it's the pilot who changes constantly, and well,
Yeah.
when you need a navigator, you just wake him up.
I was just mixing up the two roles. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Been a while.
Con officer. Oh, what was it?
This shit's tense. What's gonna happen?
I'm just going to go up to Fraser and I'm going to go. Look, we're gonna. This could get nasty, but I trust you to do what needs to be done.
Of
Don't
course,
rely
Captain.
on.
I have this baby under control. This has so much key compared to the Jacaranda. I like it. I can't wait to put on full blast.
And you're fully up to speed on the plan.
Yes. At your command, I will speed off and follow the navigational coordinates towards Orion.
I'm just gonna go distance to jump gate.
Distance to jump gate at the moment is approximately 60,000 kilometers. Do you want me to get closer?
Yes.
Adjusting
I'm
course?
just. Just from picking your brain from experience. Well, normally, at what distance would we be activating the jump gate in the first place?
Usually at less than 10 kilometers.
Bit close.
Well, we know exactly where the jump gate is going to open up, and we want to minimize the distance we need to travel until it closes in order to save on the money. So, should I be calling you sir, or is Cap okay, or what do you want?
You can call me Landis.
You're England, that's
That hurts me right here.
what? Is my husband jealous?
Don't like that either.
Oh, should I call you, honey, darling? How do you humans
Call me
It's like
Colonel Swine.
All right, popcorn kernel.
Landis just like comes down and like whispers something in Oh God, I've just forgotten
Fraser?
the name. Fraser's name into Fraser's ear. I just come out and I go, what? I can't give instructions. It's maybe a good thing dresses don't have such eyebrows.
They do have the scales, yeah, that go
Yeah.
with eye scales. Ready to blast off at your command, Landis.
Yes.
Just to confirm, just so that I'm on the same page too. We're opening up the gate behind us
Or
and
next to
moving
us.
past or next to it and hoping it goes that way. If not, well, we go that way. If not, we're gonna blast it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking how fast did we actually get a record of how fast that thing accelerated when it detected the jump point?
Yes.
Fast.
I mean, faster than us at 80%.
Yeah.
It was gaining on us as we were trying to activate it. So
Has it dropped back to the 40,000 or is it still within 20,000?
Yeah, it has not maneuvered from that position.
And we've been slowly putting distance between us.
Well, it's relative persistence, so to say. It's still in the 20,000 range.
Yeah, I think the way we do it is we position ourselves, so we'll just keep flying the line that we're doing. Position ourselves so that we're here. So say that's the jump gate, here's us, and then the thumb's them. We position it so it actually becomes more like that. Then we activate the jump gate.
We
So
want to
that
put the
when
jump gate between us and the ship.
Yeah, between us and them, so that when they rush it, instead of hitting us, they go for the jump.
Okay, that works.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, that'll be the
Weapon
best way.
standing by.
Engaging jump gate. In 3, 2, 1. Jump gate is
God.
forming.
God save our souls.
The entity has gone through the jump gate.
What's that?
Jump gate closed.
We're
Congratulations.
saying for a ride, full speed.
Full speed, aye. Congratulations.
At
You have just
80%.
accrued 25,000 credits worth of jump gate costs.
were we able to detect what it was before it went to the jump gate?
No, the jump gate was between you. It distorted
Yeah.
your scans.
Right.
You
And then move
essentially,
on.
can only feel the presence of the jump gate, but you can't see through the jump gate from behind it. It's the
Well-
physics of it is weird.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Nevin will look at Landis and Malone very disappointed, and will just walk off the bridge.
Lieutenant Navon, Malone here. Put us back to green.
Aye, sir.
Good job, everybody. We've avoided major conflict. Get some rest.
Now, where were the plans for the Earth Alliance wide pandemic?
One more thing.
What?
Landis.
Evil.
All right, just say it out loud. I hope we made the right decision.
And I exit the room as well.
So you continue towards Orion system.
Yeah. at the 80% when I'm moving full speed.
It takes you. Oh, full speed?
No.
No, the 80%. You know,
Okay.
the safest. I'm not going to go full speed and break our engines here.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
It takes you the full 6 days to get there.
Yeah.
And between that time, you are out of reach for the interstellar communications network, as you are not in the what's called the prime
Bubbles
real
Wi-Fi range.
Wi-Fi range. Yes, that's the one. So for 6 days, you travel in darkness, avoiding ebbs and flows of the hyperspace to get to Orion, but you do make it. And as Malone has the tendency to watch the news channel, there's a interesting tidbit from Orion system. No, not Orion system, Beta 9 system. Apparently, a week ago, almost a week ago, last Tuesday, an unknown vessel crashed into Beta 9, and on the crash site has grown an alien tree. It's currently being examined by local xenoarchaeologists and xenobiologists, and an expedition is being organized by the Interstellar Expeditions. Further information will have to wait for for conclusions from these. For conclusions, you will have to wait for further investigations. Meanwhile, there is some pictures of a tree with tentacle-like appendages in the air.
The hell?
There's also some footage of it coming down from the sky and landing in a big. There's very little actual evidence, but the tree there seems like it's growing.
Log. Make sure to follow up on Beta 9 plant growth. Ask Dimitri about any further information. And also make sure to find out about, well, you know who.
Nevin would definitely be keeping ears and eyes and whatever out on what's happening in that sector of space, because he sees that as a problem, very big problem that they have caused.
Yep, you also get the same information.
Because we're all selfish bastards.
But good news is, Orion is a quite nice shopping center. It has a state of the art space station, giving it up to date with many supplies from Earth readily available.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also a repair facility if you wish to repair your vessel. Well, you do have several critical points of damage and several whole points missing, or you could just buy the spare parts and do your repairs on your own if you don't trust the local work crews on it. Or if you're busy, you could just repair in hyperspace.
Well, this is what it's the argument I'm going to put towards, again, the engineers. Do you want to trust the work to the local crews, or would you rather do it yourself?
It's fastest if you do it with a professional crew and a dock site. But are you in a hurry, sir? You can also do the same things in Minbar.
I'm going to put it towards our passengers, Caravan and Green Ranger 1.
At the earliest possible convenience, we need to consolidate our forces.
We're still out on delivery. Post haste. That's priority number 1.
In that case, get the supplies you need.
Oh.
For
We can't do hull repair while we're
that's
traveling, but we can.
critical stuff that you can repair.
Yeah, we can repair the critical damage on the ship. It's the 100,000 credits worth of supplies per critical damage point. So, I believe you got 2 in one of the weapon systems, and
Well, wasn't one of the
Engines.
computers or-
many were engines, I believe. One of the
Alright.
many were engines. So,
Well, when we'll have to wait till to fix the hull once we get to Minbar.
Yeah.
All right, pull out the checkbook. Resupply off.
you can buy more or less than required.
A wee bit extra just in case something happens.
It's 1 ton of cargo space for 100,000 credits worth of spare parts.
Oh yeah, just buy like an extra ton worth of supplies.
We're gonna need
You
1
need-
ton for the.
You need 3 tons for the repairs you have.
I would say at least another ton just of spare parts.
You sure that's
4
enough,
tons,
sir?
400K. Dang, it's a big bill.
Yeah.
Here,
See, kids, this is why such ships are owned by nations instead of private individuals.
Yep.
Unless your name is Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk.
Yep.
even still, they cost that much. Yeah. All right, so we got some repairs to go on the go. Resupplied, restocked up, refueled. Probably takes about a day, so everybody has 1 day's worth of leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could pay your maintenance. You resupply, so you pay your maintenance costs.
Which is going to be
Another few 100,000.
The ship's expensive, guys.
Yeah.
Ironically, the Jacaranda was stupidly expensive because of the mortgage on her.
it's about 200K right now.
Which you are still paying, by the way. Or are you?
We said we thought we said we weren't because it's currently. Go ahead, try to repo it.
Yeah, repo it from the Centauri Navy if you want.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works. They'll come after us. I don't know how that works.
Well, generally,
They will repo any possessions they can find on you.
well, they have to find us.
And they have to fight you.
And they also have to be in space that they have the recognized authority to do so.
Like in the Earth Alliance space where you currently are.
Yes, so. Well, I forgot about that. And I think so did the rest of us.
I didn't forget. I just thought we didn't care.
Can't pay, we'll take it away.
Yeah.
We are High Court enforcement agents. We are here to repossess your vehicle.
Yeah, you can't pay for that Mini Cooper. We'll just take the Lamborghini instead. What?
We are willing to take 15 million instead of. Yeah, we've been watching the Can't Pay, We'll Take It Away series over here. It's amusing at times.
Mm.
Well, anyway, so yes, will you pay for the Jacaranda's mortgage?
That's up to you guys.
I think that's on the economics officer,
The
Malone.
Jacaranda is how much?
at the moment. A
Mm-hmm.
no, what is the
Check
payment
around the
amount?
mortgage is 116,725 credits. And since you haven't paid in a few months, triple that.
Yeah, it's been 3 months. Funds are low.
You could try and pawn a few missiles.
Well, we're at about 2.3 million. This whole trip is going to be about with repairs and maintenance. We're looking at 500K. And with crew, let's go ahead and play the crew here now. So let's just put the whole thing 300, 645K. 645K for repairs and crew payment and everything and maintenance.
I don't know how much can we get for a missile.
Do you want to sell it legally or illegally?
I got this image legally. There's going to be all these bloody permits. We then have to wait a couple of days for them to be filled in.
Call me
So
barter.
legally is okay, but what? Okay.
Barter is for the legally, and street fight is for the illegally.
I have neither of those.
No, this is what we had a
This is
certain
the-
previous captain for.
Yeah. I mean,
This is
Derek has streetwise.
Hey, Landis. So entering into Earth space might be a problem with the ship. Jacaranda's not with us. Obviously, the Centauri have it. We owe about 450,000, which will that plus the repairs keeps us at leaves us only with about 1.3 million left. We can do it, but I'd rather wait up to hang on to the extra cash. Who knows when we're gonna need it more?
But bar, you mean broker?
Oh, yeah, that one.
So can I just roll both just to be like, hey, so legally we could get this, illegally we
sure.
could get this.
You can.
All right. So I'll with intellect, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's an 8 for broker,
And these are Minbari missiles.
and it's a 5 for streetwise.
Oh crap, we might not want to be selling them in airspace.
So, legally, looking at all the paperwork and such, you're looking at 125,000 per missile.
Mm-hmm.
Illegally, you are looking at 200,000 a missile.
We'll go, what, 600?
I just kind of go and I don't know. Do we have offices on this place?
Offices in your ship?
No, okay. Yeah, I was asking. No, I don't think so. I just kind of go to the bridge. I set the 2 documents down, give them that information in front of Landis, and I just walk out in silence.
So, if we sell them illegal, we're talking about 75 million credits.
We're not going to be selling all of them, though. These are for the Minbari War.
Oh no, I'm talking about the half. That's the half that.
Oh,
Yeah. We're carrying 150 million credits worth of just normal missiles if we sell it illegally on the black market.
oh boy. Then there's a lot of do-re-mi.
Do-re-mi, do-re-mi.
Well, why don't we do something like this? Why don't we sell, maybe 5 mil worth?
Mm.
Get a little bit of extra cash, get some repairs done, pay the crew.
Pay the jack around the coast for now.
Yeah.
Just in last thing we want. We don't
Maybe
want to
even
bring.
go up to 10 mil.
There's only 50 missiles.
That leaves us with a lot more to work with. And who knows, whenever we need more, might be able to sell them off. Choice is yours, Captain. You know me. I want to hang on to as much firepower as we can manage. But we don't even have a missile launcher at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
You could install one.
Actually, I miscalculated. The
You cut off.
route.
We can't hear
Yeah.
you.
The 75 miles for the legal route. The illegal route of our half of the missiles, 120 million.
So
Why?
if you sold all of your missiles at illegal black market cost, that would be 240 million credits. Not to mention what you have in nuclear arsenal.
Just throw out. There's currently right now. There's really no way for us to afford to be able to even fire these missiles. To put the equipment to fire because they cost. I think a minimum is like almost 10 to 12 million credits. So we can't even use them anyway. if we
Missile
were-
launches themselves are pretty cheap. It's the ammunition that's expensive.
Yeah.
Let's see. Missile rack is
That's
only
right.
750,000.
50,000. Yeah, okay, 10,000. Still, that's still
Less than a million, so you sell.
we can shoot. Yeah, we sell the.
You sell some missiles and build in a missile rack.
We're doing what I do in Fallout. You see, every piece of ammunition of weapons I'm not using, that's not ammo. That's money.
Hmm.
All right, well, sounds like decision's been made. We just have to figure out how much we're going to sell.
Yeah. And I'll say the last thing we want is to get Earth authorities on us by selling weapons illegally if they were to hear about it.
Yeah, we're in enough trouble as it is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of do-re-mi, but you're right. Plus, it gets traced back to us, yeah.
So,
Legal it is,
yeah.
because we're the good guys, and that's how we do it.
Hmm.
The way I'm thinking of it is basically legally we'd still be the 200,000, but it's like 75,000 credits is taken up with all the legal costs. It's just the black market way is there's no paperwork. That's where you're getting the extra money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so
Imagine if you rolled better.
what do we got then? How much? How much should we sell?
Hold on. It's like 120. So 10 divided by.
Nevin, any thoughts on this? You're
If
part of the
Nevin-
crew now
Nevin
too.
just walked
Nevin
out
is
of
better.
this.
I walked out. I just gave you guys the
Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
He gave you two options,
Yeah.
and he doesn't really trust your judgments right now. So you didn't want to be part of another bad call.
You could always kill the old captain and become the new captain.
Oh, okay.
This isn't the Klingon ship, is it?
That's
Oh,
not how it
man.
works.
No.
And if it was, you're technically taking the commands. It should be you challenging me.
Oh, I could
just
kill
any
you. I could
random
have.
person.
At any point, I could have killed you.
Question is,
So you're
would win in the
enabling.
fight?
It's all on you.
Honestly, the problem is, all those decisions you have to make, right decisions, right calls, good calls. I've been there. And it weighs on you, and people die anyways, and it's people you care about. I don't want to make those decisions anymore. I just want to be pointed where I will need to fight, and then I'll fight. I don't want the responsibility of choice.
Either we sell 40 missiles, get 5 million for them, or sell 80.
Let's get 10 million. Oh. We have how many
10.
hundred? We have 600.
Yeah.
300 of those are ours. Let's get 10 mils worth.
Yeah.
We are gonna sell 10 million. That's a decision then.
Suddenly, the entire Orion's missile market collapses.
No, you're selling to people with outside contacts. Oh, more accurately, where we sell them is none of your concern.
No, of course.
So, how many tons is that? That's 10
That
million?
is 80 times
Divide.
12.
Divided by 12.
Yeah, so 80 divided by 12, yeah.
I was
So-
told there'd be no math.
No, you weren't. Liar.
This traveler is nothing but math.
6.6. So,
So you
let's
sell
do
50 missiles.
Hello to the game that influenced and inspired the EVE Online,
Did we
where there's
freeze?
even more math and spreadsheets to for galore.
No,
Okay.
I don't see it's frozen.
Okay.
Uh,
My screen is showing the Babylon project frozen, sir. So,
but
okay, so it's just my screen. Never mind them.
are we on episode 3 or episode 2?
Episode 6.
6.
6. We're on episode 6 now. I'm just keeping track on the spreadsheet of where we're at.
So,
Rewards equals.
so you pack up 50 missiles in 4 tons of cargo space, approximately. Yeah, that's about it. And you ship them off in crates to someone who picks them up, and then you get paid in credits. Fair and
10
square.
million.
There's no going there and no going back. No one questions this. No one asks silly questions.
Nevin would, but though Nevin would be trying to any of his scholar friends that he is still on good terms with, because there aren't many. He would be trying to do research on this alien tree, and has it ever been? If there's like any, even if it's like ancient myth and lore, any information about something like this.
You're just waiting for it to come back and get. When the alien tentacle tree appears, prepare for death.
I mean,
Everyone you love. That's what you're waiting for.
Use social and science xenobiology.
Oh God, social. That is like the worst. I have a 3 in social.
You were looking at your friends to help you with this. So that's a social check if I had.
They don't need to be friends, just people that don't outwardly hate me.
Yeah,
That's social.
That's social.
I don't have xenobiology, so it's just science.
So it's just science. So you don't
Oh,
really
God.
know any in xenobiology fields. So
Wow, this is at a -1. This is almost like rolling it without anything.
Oh, that's
Man,
okay.
Oh yeah, for -1, I mean, I guess it's not horrible.
yeah, pretty well actually. Bit less than average. Bit less than the assumed amount, but actually exactly the assumed amount. You rolled a 7 minus 1. So luckily for you, this one isn't as unusual. Yeah, for you to find a colleague that has something on this issue. Apparently, every now and then, in the history of the galaxy, there are civilizations that have recorded a thing called a tree of life that just suddenly falls from the sky in a great seed and takes sprout. And it's said to be a double-edged blessing. It gives great growth around it, but the problem usually is that the growth tends to be both a blessing and a curse, as it gives sustenance, but it also tends to make it harder to control it.
So, pretty much, this planet is probably just going to be inhabitable for the people who are currently on it, because the wildlife is probably going to grow out of control. Okay. Then can I use my science with my education with the current rate of growth that is shown since we okay, we know it landed here, is grown to this. Can I like guesstimate? This might be a problem in like 100 years, or
yeah, sure,
might be a week.
Well, since there's history of previous trees of life, you could just figure
there's
out.
usually ancient history from fallen civilizations.
Oh, good one.
What? Well, fallen civilizations?
So, your guesstimation is that it should be a problem within the next 10 years.
Okay.
So the population can be evacuated.
So, apparently I do have some lag issues. Those are on my end, by the way, this time. I don't know what's going on, but I suspect there's some memory issues going on with my game. It's not usual, but it should hopefully not be there next week. Next week I will remember to restart my computer before this.
Yeah. And stop all the porn downloads.
Never!
Yeah.
Never!
Keep telling you, dude. I mean, there's only so much midget porn you could download anyways.
Oh, they are making it more than you think.
Sorry.
You're out of the loop, bro. You're out of the loop.
You guys are killing me. You're killing me.
I always say the shittiest things. I know. I'm the most controversial person here.
I know. I just feel sorry for Sim there. He's trying to be professional and all that, and you just go, why did I join these guys? Sometimes.
But either way, I think this is a perfect opportunity to end the session. You are at a port of call. You can make some shopping while here, and you actually have some cash at your disposal.
For once.
For once.
We have a total amount of spending. Oh, money of around minus repairs. Here, real quick, just so that we could put it on. Give me a few seconds here. Just a few seconds, please. How do I clear this? Okay, there we go. 645, 650 plus 450
equals.
We spent 1.1 mil on repairs and payments. That leaves us with 10.
8.9.
No, hang on. 12.2 million cash on hand.
So you can actually
Which is
do some
actually the most
decent
money
shopping.
we've had at one point, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's more than your shuttle is worth.
Your shuttle. My shuttle?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's my shuttle.
You could buy him a new one.
But it's still in there. Don't mess with my shuttle.
Here we go. Now it's official.
Okay.
All
I
debts
will-
current, 12.2 million cash on hand.
I would like to add this portion, like towards the end, as these guys are probably out shopping and kind of like do. You kind of see like as the credit about to roll, Nevin's shuttle just kind of slowly just departs the Manticore. You'll find out next week what happens, but you just see it. Kind
Dun
of
dun dun.
Cliffhanger.
I'm not shopping. My wife's shopping, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you guys are otherwise entertained, so you don't really notice Nevin depart the ship.
Alright.
Fantastic.
And that is the end of the session proper. Now,
Hey, that means I get to buy some real armor and change my shirt now.
You do. You're gonna do like, oh, I get to wear real stuff again. Yay!
You can get nasty, boy.
Oh man, I kind of like this shirt as my uniform. Now I'm gonna have to wear something different. I get to go shopping in real life now. Woohoo!
only if Portland wasn't in flames.
Oh. On the plus side, there's lots of makeshift armor on the streets right now.
You could get yourself a nice one.
Oh yeah.
Just beat up the first person with one and take it. Yeah, just kidding.
You know, I remember have any of you guys ever seen Patriot Games on Netflix?
Nope.
Is that a show
It's
or?
an old movie.
I've seen Patriot
No,
Games, yeah.
no.
No, it's a TV show. Okay.
No, is it? No,
No.
not Patriot Games. It's the Patriot Act. Sorry, it's called not Patriot Games. Patriot Act. Hassan
Patriot
Minaj.
Act, yes. Hassan Minaj, yeah.
So he likes taking nice top coal, like real.
We lost you there.
Yeah, you just went silent.
Sorry, he likes taking real current events that are ongoing, but considering how dry they can turn out, he likes to inject humor into them to get the point across there. And one of the ones he was talking about was he did it for a short one, and it was actually about what happened with George Floyd. And it is, and I think there was another one about the police in America with how the police unions are maybe not helping there.
What do you mean, maybe?
I am trying to be as neutral in the argument as I can without saying, no, the police unions are fucking it up there.
Unions are unions, man.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. The issue with unions is the only way they can guarantee people will pay the money is like, we will protect 100% of you, even if it means protecting people who shouldn't be.
For the record, we have the same problem with teachers. The teachers union is very, very powerful, and it's very, very, very difficult to fire a teacher.
Yeah.
Even teachers that do really bad and naughty things and things that are highly illegal and majorly immoral.
Are we talking about?
I'm not going to mention specifics.
I think I know what you're talking about there.
But it's very difficult to fire them.
I'm also
The
surprised
same
that the
thing.
teacher
The same
union...
thing with the other unions. They're there to protect. They protect those, and
I'm surprised that the teachers union hasn't just declared that, hey, if you want to open the schools, we're striking.
there might be talk about that. There was the problem was there was a strike last year already, and
So what? This one is killing people.
Yeah, but they cannot overplay their hand.
They should, if you ask
Who
me.
who knows? Because right now things are weird and they're iffy. So we have a president who's saying, "Hey, open it up so that workers send the kids back to school, so that the mommies and daddies go back to work, so that the economy gets good, and so that I look good as a president."
So
This is what it is.
Probably Teachers Association are afraid that if they went on the picket line, Trump would send National Guard to shoot them.
Wouldn't it be just easier to sacrifice the top 1% of your population instead? You could just claim the money of the top 1% and use that to inject into your economy.
And ironically, Trump is
You're talking about Bernie.
1%.
You're talking about the Bernie plan and the socialist plan, and the problem with that is the people with money have all of the power, all of the
But
power.
don't the people without money have all of the guns?
Yeah. All right. Well, I feel like
we
we
have all
are
of the numbers. That's it.
Yeah, that's the thing is when someone's got money and everyone's going after money, that money becomes power in itself.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone didn't give a shit about money, then Donald Trump, he has no power.
It's gonna. Here's the thing. We're close, but there's more mayhem needs to happen. For instance, people need to be starving. Let's not forget that the French Revolution started because people were literally starving.
Yeah.
And it took a big old effort. I mean, there was a lot of people on. Same thing with the American Revolution. There was so many people on the fence.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until something ridiculously drastic, like in the United States. I forget which. At some point, like all these soldiers fired upon the protesters and killed the mass.
Oh yeah, but it got missed because what happened was, I know it's the Boston riots.
Yeah,
I think it was.
and in the French Revolution, I mean, one of the major pushing points was let them eat cake.
Yeah, but let's
But you got to remember is with the Boston riots. Sorry.
Let's kind of veer away from politics.
Yeah, let's get away from
Anyways,
politics.
we're nowhere near that. We're having fun right now. We're talking space politics.
It's funny how we are going in the Babylon 5 universe, as we're following it. It's going straight towards where the United States is.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, what I've noticed from story is history repeats itself. At any point. It's all relevant. The stories are there to inform us and to talk. Here's what we're currently dealing with. How can we phase it in a different format?
Yeah,
it's all that art is, man. And for however odd this is improv art, based off of a TV show, and we're having fun. And today was fun. That was a very tense session, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed my mystery. So, to be fair, I did not start this because I was thinking United States would go into the where it is now. I started this because I like Babylon 5. The timing of these plot lines is really coincidental.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of, it's like, I just have this image. I'm just going with, when we're talking about President Clark, was there ever a picture of what President Clark looked like? Because I've just got this image if there isn't.
Yes, there is. President
there is,
Santiago
because
is harder to find, but President Clark actually appears on the show.
Yeah.
So does Santiago. Both of them appear.
Yeah.
Santiago only once.
Yeah. But you see Clark when he gets like sworn in, and you hear about you even hear them talking about him in a master plan and all that.
Yeah.
Santiago.
It's like there's probably going to be somewhere someone that's done a meme.
The problem is that you need to pay that actor if he's ever going to show up on screen and actually have lines.
Yeah.
And it's just easier to write about him like in the news. President Santiago said this, the other.
President Santiago actually looks a lot like Bernie.
Oh no.
But I believe he was one of the one of the producers, and they just used his image on the
Fair
one
enough.
shot they had ahead of him during the first season when he sworn in the office and something. When he wins the elections, there's a picture of his face on it, and
Oh, that sounds good.
Well, there's what was it? Lord of the Rings. In every film, Peter Jackson is in a scene for a cameo.
I did
that's
not know
his
that.
right as the producer and the director. Sorry, not the producer.
Paul the
not
Hitchcock.
Not only that, but he also did it for The Hobbit. And what happened was, because he had done it for The Fellowship and The Two Towers, nearly all the major heads, like the heads of cinematography, lighting directors, the head of the art department, all of them wanted to get in on this for the Return of the King. So if you ever watched, I think it's only in the special edition. It's not even the special editions. It's, you know, when you see the pirates, the Corsairs, and they're going, yeah, what army to Argon? The entire pirate crew is like all the heads of all the different departments done up.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That's a cool little factoid. I like it.
It's all the head, like say, head makeup artists, you name it. It's all the head members of the crew on it.
That's actually, that's a good detail.
Yeah.
Non-speaking roles, they just had to, be present.
Just grin.
That's a good way to get your producing crew some screen credits. I like
And
it.
it just ended up, but it totally derailed shooting for the day, because everyone that would normally be there to actually discuss things were actually the ones having to be directed
on the set. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
And another one is for The Hobbit. Guess who was the second unit director for that?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis.
I have no idea who that is.
It's Gollum. That's
Gollum.
the actor that put on the Gollum suit. And he's done a whole bunch of other stuff. And he's a good voice actor as well.
Yeah.
Seymour
And the
from
goodest
98.
boy.
I like Seymour,
Yeah.
It's actually a shame now for Andy Serkis. He's one of the finest actors there is. But everyone sees it. Barely everyone who sees it. Like, if you're seeing him in as a person, it's probably all the films that he's not known for.
Yeah.
Where he doesn't get to show off. Like, all the films he gets to show off, he is heavily fucking mocapped because he's one.
I think I've seen, what was he was in the he was the bad guy in the Marvel movies.
Yeah. Black Panther.
Black Panther. That's
yes.
And technically, Iron or
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
That's the one. Yeah.
Those are probably the only two films recently he's done where he's actually he's Snoke and.
Is that right?
Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Huh.
He actually does, like, if there's a thing, he does a few of them. Okay. The other one that's actually, James Bond is in Force Awakens. Daniel Craig is in Force Awakens.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Apparently, the stormtrooper that is.
Yeah, the one that gets told to drop the blaster. Yeah. That's It's like they just got because it was shot at Pinewood, so they're shooting James Bond on the next screen.
Studio.
Yeah, and they were just like, and they were like joke. They thought he was joking. Go, no, I'm serious. It's just like a stormtrooper uniform. I'll happily do it. Give me a line. You don't even have to.
Yeah, a lot of these. I mean, a lot of actors. There's so many cameras. Are like, yeah, we'll do it for free. Just fucking get us in there.
Yeah, because especially if it's a film, it doesn't matter if it's the best film in that series. It's still a bit of film history there.
On that note, there is a let's go way back. Around the World in 80 Days. the 1960s version.
Right, vaguely. I know the one you think I remember when you're
That
talking
one
about.
is chock full of cameos. Like when they were promoting that film, like we're gonna make this big film and the studio is gonna blah blah blah, and don't worry, we're gonna have the trailer literally shows like 20 major actors, and they're all like, yeah, we'll do it as a cameo. That's all they were, is just little tiny cameos.
Reminds me of sometimes I'm trying to remember what was it, the latest version of it that was like Arnold Schwarzenegger was in it. You could be my Tuesday wife, or
the Dependables, the
no, Around the World in 80 Days.
oh okay yeah.
The
The remake.
Invisible Man in Deadpool 2 was not Leonardo DiCaprio, but Brad Pitt.
That's right. I heard that Brad Pitt wasn't there and they didn't show his face. That's right.
Aye, the thing that people.
It was the Invisible Man. That's right. The Invisible Man.
It's like the thing that most studio companies are hiring him for is for his face to sell
Yeah.
the film on.
I think you get to see him really only for a little bit if during the scene where he gets electrocuted,
Yeah.
his face briefly appears.
That's brilliant.
That's a good story.
But Deadpool 2, I love Deadpool just because it takes the utter piss. Yeah.
I love meta humor. If you guys are a fan of meta humor, Community, the TV show, it's back on Netflix, and it's my favorite thing ever. Dan Harmon, that writer for that show, that's where you know how I did the story circle. Explain to you guys the story circle from when we did our thing. When I did the DM for you guys.
Yeah.
That's a writing style.
Yeah.
Story structure, writing style. That I got that from Dan Harmon, the creator of Community, and his meta humor is mwah. If you're a fan of Deadpool, check that show out, Community.
Well, I think it's on Netflix, I believe.
I haven't got around to it. It's because I think I started watching it once and it just. But I think it was like, as some people said, like even like the first couple of episodes, it does actually improve a lot.
The first episode, this pilot, is probably one of the best written pilots ever. It quickly introduces all the characters, shows a dynamic, shows a good, believable, blah blah blah. Then the episode after that gets, it starts off again kind of blah, but by the end of season 1, it's just you're hooked. Season 2 is like wow, and then season 3 is like they're doing some experimental shit that was way ahead of its time. That now people have that's become the norm now. What they did in season 3.
Well,
but it was like 10 years ahead of its time.
Well, I remember what was it? One of them they did was it was like the paintball episode, but they did it as like if it was a World War II war film.
If you could find it, the D&D episode, the first one. Unfortunately, they just kind of cut it out because it has a drow in it. So it's
crap!
Technically, they're putting on blackface, even though he's just cosplaying as a drow, and they even lampshade the fact they're like, are you saying this? Are you saying this? Oh, shit, I can't remember the line, but they specifically pointed out, you guys seeing this racial discrimination thing? And it's like, I'm a drow. I'm just an elf.
I remember when there's if you were to go to some of the old Welsh mining communities at the wrong time of the year, you'd think that they're in blackface because they actually have a tradition of doing on the parades just to kind of celebrate. There used to be a mining town, cover themselves in coal ash.
Yeah. Why are we not complaining about the coal miners being black-faced all the time?
Touchy subject, man. That's what it is. And right now, everybody's being extra careful, and I get it.
Yeah. I mean,
this is the thing I'd say with it is it's when it comes to humor.
Maybe we should ask about this from Zim's point of view.
Yeah, you want to weigh in on this? Why ask Zim about it though? Just kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
He's there just holding his mouth shut. please comment on this.
No,
Or
no,
not.
I actually do.
However you
comment.
feel comfortable. We're not putting you on the spot at all.
No.
Yeah. It's one thing if it's an issue because of work environment, but it's another thing if you're using it as a point of celebration and because generally when it happens, it is a point of it's a point of humor to disenfranchise a certain culture. That's it. That is the only thing behind it. Period. And
It's humor that puts them down rather than build them up.
Exactly.
No,
It's
I never
it's the
agree with
meaning.
that.
It's the meaning thing. So, I mean,
That's-
the thing is that it's 2020. People should be a little bit more cognizant of. You know what? This shit may have been cool 50 years ago, but you know what? It's not anymore. Now that you kind of are smarter than people were 50 years ago, you should know better. That is just the plain and simple issues of it.
As our token black guy, very well cut. Sorry, I have my opinion. I did that just for comedic purposes.
Hey, token Hispanic, shut up.
Si, senor.
There you go.
Token Scotsman.
You're
Your
gonna
turn.
get his band. You're gonna get his band.
We're gonna get his badge, right?
Y'all gonna get his band.
I keep telling you, I just like to ride that edge, man. You tell me when I put a foot over, and I'll yank it back real quick.
Well, that's fine.
But my job is to go walk up to the line as close as possible.
Luckily, you can
Some
insult me,
upset-
me and John as much as you like because we're white men and we can be insulted as much as you want, and we won't get insulted.
I've said this to you some, and I'll put it to Carlos. If I ever say anything, and you think, "Holy shit, what did you just say?" Just pull me up on it because
Yeah, I'll be the first one. I'll be the first one to point it out and be like, "Oh, dude, that shit's not cool, man."
it's.
Okay.
But the thing is, I'm never going to intentionally go out and go, you know what? Sims that. I want to put Sim down, or I want to put Carlos down. It's going. I would do it because I think you understand I'm doing it as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be I'm not think. I'll be honest. There's sometimes I'll fucking went to uni. I still don't fucking think at some points. And let's be honest. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't think. But I'm at least willing to put up my hand and say, I fucked up.
Oh yeah, there you go. See, taking ownership of your mistakes is it.
Yes.
We're gone all over the place, man.
Okay, I
think this is just the
This-
kind
this
of
is getting
age
so-
we're in at the moment.
we're getting so far off the topic that we might as well call it a night and
Yeah.
get back to inside the next week. Next week should be the 1st of August.
I'm just finding it funny that how people, most of the audience, stayed just to hear us ramble.
Because our rambling is the best part of the show.
That's what they're staying around for. Because we don't know when they're going to start the rambling, so I watched the entire thing just in case it starts extra early.
Don't at us.
Yeah,
Or
our-
do whatever. I don't know.
Our pillow talk is the best.
I guess we'll find out next week if Nevin comes back. Maybe.
Oh boy, now we did it.
I know that is true. Where
Okay.
did summer go?
So, time for your traditional Mexican dessert. Bonus nachos, everyone.
Bonus nachos, everybody.
It's not
Bye, everybody.
Bonus nachos.
Where's that shutdown button? Over there.